Peace be upon you and God's mercy and blessings, and peace, prosperity, and happiness. I welcome you to the interactive and comprehensive educational presentations offered through the Deanship of E-Learning and Information Technology Department. God willing, we will have approximately 3 hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. in the evening. And of course, there will be a short break for the Maghrib prayer. So the sound is coming through, but we will also make sure that the screen is connected as well, and it's clear for you. The sound is cutting out, Dr. Sheriff. Okay, is the sound cutting out? It's been quite some time since we last spoke, and I find myself wondering how you have been doing all this while. I sincerely hope that everything has been going well for you, and that life has been treating you kindly. God willing, you are in good health and spirits, and that any challenges you may have faced have been manageable. It's important to me that you are okay, and I look forward to hearing from you soon to catch up on all that has happened. All right, if you could kindly respond to me, God willing, just like we discussed earlier. Let's take a moment to see if the message is coming through clearly and everything is understandable from your end. Okay, he might be able to perform a refresh operation in a straightforward manner. This could involve reloading the current state or updating the system to ensure everything is current and functioning properly, which might help resolve any issues. Refresh or means to go out and come back in again, or refresh means I will share various types of files with my colleagues, ensuring that everyone has access to the necessary information and resources. This includes, of course, comprehensive technical support and the appropriate channels for accessing this support. These channels are crucial for professors, as they provide the means to address any technical issues that may arise, whether through direct communication or other established methods. By doing so, we ensure a smooth and efficient workflow, facilitating collaboration and problem solving within the team. When you enter the Mikoyoyo, it appears below on the right. When the services page appears below on the right, in the icon, this icon, which I did not know, is in red, is located at the far right below on the screen. For instance, you can download the image, such as this one. It is also special for students, because if students also have a technical problem, it is the same means, but the design is just for students. So all of you now have the files available now if you have successfully downloaded them. So okay, let me try to switch to another network, hopefully. God willing, it won't disconnect me from the in the name of Almighty God. Well, okay, the sound that you hear is exactly like this. Exactly. So I have it at its highest level, or it's better than the previous network. Dr. Doa. So can you all hear my voice clearly? Honestly, Doctor, yes, the network has indeed weakened as well. Yes. I'm on the third network and hopefully God will make it easier. Okay, is it cutting out? Can you all see if the sound is cutting out? Or is the sound good like this? Dr. Ibtisam, can you hear me clearly? Or is the sound cutting out a bit? Okay, I see. Yes, it seems like there might be some issues. We'll try. Generally, we will start, God willing. Of course, the session will be recorded, and I will send you the recording if there's anything. We'll communicate and clarify this part, God willing. If it gets interrupted, let's try. Even I will move the device a bit. We'll see together now. With you all, we'll just share the screen. Of course, I just want to clarify to you all if there's anything. Even I move the device a little. I'm going to share the screen. If there's anything related to neurolearning, the Blackboard system, or content development, please write the proposed course names in the chat at the end of the session. Is the screen clear to you all? Or for your training, if you want to present to the deanship, content development, and the matters that concern you. So, could you please list the names of the proposed courses at the end of the session? Is the screen clear? Is it clear, doctor? I sent the file 10-15 minutes before the session to the group. So could you kindly, at the end of the session, write in the chat the names of the proposed courses? God willing, we will start sharing the screen now and see together. Is the screen clear to you all, or is it still not clear? I hope the screen is clear. I also hope the screen is clear for you all, so that the sound is clear as well. Is the screen good, doctor? Is it clear now? Of course, the idea of our meeting today is that I sent you this file maybe about 10 minutes or a quarter of an hour before the session started, so about a quarter past the hour, to the meeting group. Of course, for those whose circumstances allow them to download the file and open it with us, it would be great to try it out together. I hope the screen is clear. I also hope the screen is clear for you all so that the sound is good. Is the sound clear, doctor? Is the screen clear now? Of course, the idea of our meeting today is that I sent you this file maybe about 10 minutes or a quarter of an hour before the session started, so about a quarter past the hour, to the meeting group. Of course. For those whose circumstances allow them to download the file and open it with us, it would be great to try it out together. This is the PowerPoint file we will work on. Our session is about PowerPoint, but not in the traditional way. I assume you all know how to use it. So we'll highlight important skills. It's crucial to have skills that benefit you, saving time and effort. In previous courses, we showed how to create a presentation in one step using AI. Today, we're focusing on manual work in PowerPoint, requiring certain skills to save time and effort. We will discuss these skills, addressing each separately. After the Maghrib prayer, we'll finish and you can try them out. Each skill will be tackled one by one. After the prayer, we'll work on simple projects to apply these skills. For example, creating a simple infographic in PowerPoint. But today, the idea isn't about artificial intelligence. We're talking about opening the PowerPoint program and wanting to work manually. So I need to have certain skills to save my time and effort. We will discuss these skills, and each skill will be addressed separately. God willing, after the Maghrib prayer, we will finish these skills before the prayer, and you can try them out, one skill at a time. After the Maghrib prayer, we will have a period of time to work on a project or two, something simple and good, so we can gather the skills and you can see how we benefit from these skills. For example, if I wanted to show you something like this is a very simple example of when you want to create something. like a simple infographic or anything simple in PowerPoint. In the end, PowerPoint is basically about images and animations, and the same slide can have more than one element. As you can see here, I have, oh, and do I have slide 2? So I can also have something called transitions here, which is the movement between the first slide and the second slide. So as long as I have animations here and I can add images and take text and such, I can create any work I want. For example, if you all saw this example with me, we can also take it together today. You can see what a simple example like this looks like, as if you are explaining to students saying, well, I had an infection rate, for example, among men at 50% and among women at 75%, or the participation rate, you know what it is. So you create a visual image with a simple animation and some text underneath. Of course, there are other examples we will discuss, but first, let's look at the skills together, and then we will talk about those examples. This is just a simple example we can look at together. I had an infection rate, for example, among men at 50% and among women at 75%, or the participation rate, you know what it is. So you create a visual image with a simple animation and some text underneath. Of course, there are other examples we will discuss, but first, let's look at the skills together, and then we will talk about those examples. This is just a simple example we can look at together.